Alright, James. Here's one from the top. Got the difficulty adjusted much better this time. And I go in here and show you where it is. You see the difficulty settings. It's set at Pro. There's only one setting above it. It's unbeatable. And hey, even I like the opportunity to. Here's my settings. Obviously, you can pause that if you want to look at that more closely. Most of the assists are turned off, as you can see. I left one or two on because, hey. Alright, here we go. This is one of their fictional tracks. And I'll show you a couple of looks here. You know, there's two chase views, cockpit view, hood view, and then just this kind of bumper cam here, which is what I'll be racing in. And boom, boom, look, I have the damage on, and I don't want to take damage this early on and be gimped for the rest of the race, so gotta rewind. But anyway, here we go again. Scooting in on some of these dudes on the inside. I think I started at like 14th out of 16th place. I'm just barely starting to heat up now. And I work my way through these kind of back markers. It would still be nice to kind of be able to qualify for each race, but I think they're just sort of set up this way deliberately. I don't know. That's the game designers. But at any rate, this is a fun track. It's a fictional Swiss track that's in the game. A lot of epic corners. It's a lot easier to tell how epic the corners are when I'm not beating and bashing through a bunch of back markers. Now that things are a little bit spread out, it's a little bit easier to tell. This is kind of like a third gear corner. A lot of drifting going on. It's easy to take it too hot since it's at the bottom of the hill. Here we go. Second gear corner before the bridge. And I love the way the audio switches in here, all the reverb when you go into the bridge. Nice. Then out into the blinding sun, let your eyes readjust a little bit. And downshift once or twice into this corner. And snake that guy on the inside. That was my place. This is a fun corner here. It says, the corner says brake according to that red line. But if you go in there and just lift and drift a little bit, you'll be fine. As long as you pick the right entry. Same thing with that corner right there. You're coming uphill, and at the apex of this hill, your suspension unloads, and you can kind of spin the tires a little bit. It's easy to kind of get the car unsettled. As with this sort of slightly downhill S's that you've got right here, kind of like a faster version of the S's at Road Atlanta. It's really easy to get the car unsettled and hit one of those guardrails just because you're coming downhill, and it's a little bit easy to get overconfident in there and just kind of get into a tank sniper and bang up the guardrails. Back across start-finish line, I am in up to P3 now, but the first and second place guys are really far ahead of me. At this point, I've only got one lap remaining. Those guys are gonna stay at a really consistent speed. Obviously, it's much more difficult to catch and pass the guys in front of the pack than it is all those idiots in the back. So I kind of have to just kind of stay on my game here and try to hope one of them makes a mistake. This is a fun corner, so big sweeping epic left-hander, and just because of the speed of the corner and a combination of the track sort of falling away from you there right about at the exit, always going to drift a little wide there no matter how much downforce you have. And knowing that going in, it's kind of fun. You can just kind of predict how far the car's going to slide, and just have to kind of go wide of that dude there to avoid hitting him. But obviously these old muscle car heavy steel sleds, they slide a lot, which is kind of fun as long as everybody else is in the same boat. Back up through the tunnel into the bright light. Downshift a couple of times, and that guy makes a little mistake. You see how he kind of gets into a little tank slapper? And I know that slowed him down some, so I should be able to get him right here. Yeah, because he brakes for that turn, and I do not. I just kind of take it tight and let the car drift out, and that is it. That's going from 14th to 2nd.